Good morning. We are live at Heyward Allen Toyota for another edition of Ask Heyward Allen Toyota. Today we are in the finance department with July Zavala. He's one of our finance managers here, and we're hoping to answer and debunk some things about the finance department because I think they get a little bit of the negative side of things. So, surprise July, and we're here Tuesday, October 8th in the finance department.
Absolutely. Welcome to everybody that's watching this video. There's a lot of questions that people have about financing an automobile that hopefully we can answer. And one of the items that Carrie just mentioned as far as, but sometimes people, actually I had a customer yesterday that came in here to our finance department and she was literally scared to meet me. She was like, "Oh, you're the guy that's going to take all my money." So I was like, oh my God. So obviously she had had a previous experience with another dealership's finance department. And unfortunately we hear this all the time. After they leave our finance department, it's a completely different story.
Like an exhale.
Absolutely. It's refreshing, you know, and we get this every single day. I can't speak for other places of business, but what I can say is that Heyward Allen Toyota's finance department has years of experience. We love our customers. We're here because of our customers. Do we offer optional purchase products that protect different aspects of a vehicle? Yes. Do we force those products on customers?
No. That is a huge thing that we are not going to. First, we're not going to push the car on you in the sales department.
Right.
We want you to be happy with it because if you leave here unhappy, that hurts our reputation.
Right.
And then to go further than that, if you don't want to add things to your vehicle, then the finance department is here just to help you finish out that paperwork and give you those options that you have. And July's not scary, not even a little bit scary. So if you have the chance to meet him or if you have met him, you can attest that he's not scary at all. He's got a bunch of Falcons gear in here, drawings from his daughter. He's a family guy. So you're probably going to laugh more than cry in the finance department, I would.
Absolutely.
I'm a customer of his, so I was not scared after leaving here, and I think you leave here with more knowledge than you came in here with.
Absolutely, yeah.
So let's get into it. So for those of you who don't know July, he is a finance manager here, and he would love to meet you. But let's get started with how long have you been in the car business?
So October 19th, which is next week, is going to mark 14 years for me. I've been here at Heyward Allen Toyota for 4 years. The best days or time that I've been in the finance department or in the auto industry have been here at Heyward Allen Toyota because this place is truly different. But I've been in the auto business now close to 14 years, and in the finance department specifically for 12 years. So.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So a lot has changed. July and I kind of came on around the same time. A lot has changed in the auto business, and it's been a joy for me to just kind of grow in the auto business with him. And I think we've seen at Heyward Allen Toyota that it is so different, and that's why many people move from the big markets of Atlanta because we do things a little bit different here, and it is a family-run business, and we do put the customers first. So I think we both can attest to working here for that very reason. Let's see, what else? Most popular warranty that you find we offer?
A lot of our Toyota customers are long-term owners. And generally, I think that the time that people will keep their Toyota vehicles versus other makes or manufacturers is longer. And the reason why it's longer is because you need an automobile that can withstand time, a good engine and transmission, and of course Toyota's known for that. So because of that, one of the most popular coverages that we now offer is the 10-year or 100,000 mile comprehensive mechanical protection plan that covers all of the components on these Toyotas. We have seen that there's an increase in technology for our safety, for our fuel efficiency with these vehicles nowadays. And I think people that tend to keep their automobiles for a long time really consider that decade-long protection because it gives you worry-free driving for quite a long time. So that tends to be our most popular one. Either that or a 7-year, 100,000 mile. It seems like people like to keep their Toyotas from that 7 to that 10-year mark plus. So.
And to touch on what July said, there are so many new features available in the cars. I mean, they're basically a computer inside of a vehicle, and those computers are expensive to fix. So offering these warranties, you really start to look at, it's not the small issues that we used to have on these older vehicles where it's, the AC is out or it's something small like this. This can be if something does go wrong with a computer, you want that warranty to kind of protect you because it's expensive to fix those. There is so much technology available, especially with the Toyota Safety Sense and all the radars and the dynamic cruise control. So these warranties are available more so to help you rather than, I think, people, the negative that they're there just to add money to you. That's definitely not the case.
No, not the case at all. Yeah, we have, things happen, of course, with all man-made items, and there's thousands of components that make up a vehicle. So sometimes there are items that need to be replaced over time, and these coverages are designed to take care of those costs that could come down and later on down the road. So.
We definitely don't plan for any of these issues. Just like when we talk with a body shop, you never plan for an accident. You don't plan for something to go wrong, especially not with a Toyota. But these coverages are available to essentially help you along the way. Let's touch on, since we are a college town, what is available for our college graduates?
Very good question. So Toyota, Southeast Toyota Finance currently offers a college graduate program. And the college graduate program, essentially what it allows you to obtain is an approval with a Tier 1 credit rating, which means that you qualify for a lot of the promotional rates that Toyota currently has going on. Currently, Toyota has 0% interest running through November 4th on 12 different models. Okay. And the college graduate program automatically gives you a Tier 1 approval, which gets you in the door for a lot of these promotional programs. On top of that, they also provide you with a $500 rebate. So it's just added money that Toyota places towards your purchase or towards your contract. It's like a down payment.
Right.
So some of the requirements that you do have within the college grad program is you have had to have graduated within the past 2 years or within the next 6 months or be in a graduate program, enrolled in a graduate program.
Okay.
So if you meet those requirements, there's programs that are designed to save you some money via interest and also on your bottom line with that rebate that Toyota has going on. So
awesome.
Great
so
program.
For our UGA grads, upcoming UGA grads, Northeast Georgia.
What about Georgia Tech?
I think we'll make an exception. Now, since it's the South Carolina game this weekend, we'll have to talk and probably negotiate a Go Dogs in there at the end of
Absolutely.
signing your paperwork.
It does have to be an accredited university, accredited U.S. university. So as long as you're within the U.S., Puerto Rico, then you can qualify for that college graduate program. So.
Awesome. And if you do have more questions about anything we're talking about today, feel free to drop us a comment or send us an email, and we will answer those later. Let's see. So not everyone is going to have Tier 1 credit like we talked about. Some
Right.
people are going to start off with no credit because they just don't have that credit history, or maybe they hit a few bumps in the road and their credit isn't where they want it to be. What do we have available for those customers?
Very good question. So we have customers that come in here with absolutely no credit.
Right.
And sometimes, there's situations that are different for different people. Ideally, you would want, a co-signer. Generally, our customers that have no credit are a little younger,
Right.
And they just haven't had the experience or the time to establish or to open up smaller lines of credit, like credit cards. And sometimes it happens that they don't have, the support of someone that can co-sign with them, and they feel like they have no options. Well, that's not the case. We work with over 25 different lenders here at Heyward Allen Toyota that we have really good relationships with that are there to help us deliver vehicles and help our customers obtain automobiles, even if they have no credit. So there is options. I would recommend, suggest you calling us, me. I'll go over all those options with you. The lenders that we have now, we have a wide platform of lenders that kind of focus on different areas. So if you do have someone that has no credit, I encourage them to take advantage of the opportunity that lenders are offering right now. Some tips that I would recommend when someone has absolutely no credit. So establishing credit is one of the most important things in life that we run into when we're making these larger purchases like
Right.
cars and homes and other things. Having credit to do that is important. And again, even if there's no credit, there's also options. But there's things that you can do to kind of put yourself ahead of the game or get started. One thing that I recommend for real young buyers or my young customers, including my friends and family members, is opening up a secured credit card with their bank. When they open up a secured credit card directly with their bank, if it's offered by their bank, it allows you to establish your first line of credit, generally without having a denial or getting an automatic approval. And it only requires a $300 deposit directly from your checking account. Most lenders across the board, most banks that are out there will require a $300 deposit that they'll hold from your own checking account.
Okay.
They'll give you a credit card with a $300 limit, and boom, that's your first line of credit that shows up on your credit
lays
bureau.
the foundation for you
Absolutely.
to get started, so that there is some credit history for you. So it makes sense. And of course, every person is different. When we talk about credit and down payment and get into those kind of details, like July said, it is best to reach out to him and kind of let him consult you in a way. It's not, not tying you to anything, you're not obligated to anything, but since he does have that history, take advantage of that knowledge and use that time to just kind of consult with you and see what the options are. And so there's definitely no one path for everyone. So I know we get a lot of questions on Facebook from customers that are, messaging in asking how much down payment or what are my payments going to be. And when you get into those specific details, it is best to come either talk with a sales associate or talk with one of our finance managers, and to kind of, get the best answers, because the reality is that it goes all directions and it is different for everyone.
Correct. There are different scenarios. There's a million and one different scenarios that we have with customers that have no credit, marginal credit. A million and one scenarios with down payment. That's one of the most common questions. Sometimes it's not necessary to put a down payment, even if the credit is a little lower or if it's a little newer. So definitely encourage you guys to contact Heyward Allen Toyota's finance department or myself to get those questions answered and to see if there's an opportunity. But definitely contact us. That's the most important thing, to contact us to explore those options. I've had a lot of customers that have come in the past with newer credit or marginal credit, and they really never wanted to step into Heyward Allen Toyota because they didn't think that they were going to get be able to obtain vehicle financing.
Right.
And they walk out with a vehicle. So that's probably the thing that I get the most joy from, when I'm able to help someone
who didn't think that they had an
needs
option.
Transportation, that thought that they had to go down the street to Joe's Auto Sales, and just be in a real bad situation, but they're able to drive one of the best vehicles that's out there and available on the road, a Toyota vehicle. So. And
it's definitely, to consider coming in and letting us see what we can do for you is the best option, because we'd rather put you in a new vehicle that's going to last, and the banks would rather do that too, rather than you finance something that is 10 years old and that you bought at a lot down the street that doesn't have any history to it. Get you in something that's going to last, and it's going to take care of you. Right. So again, just to reiterate, to come in and let us answer the questions, let us see what we can do, and our goal is to tell you yes before it is to tell you no. Last but not least, what is a myth that people have about the finance department?
A myth, that's a good one. I think I'll go back to that customer from yesterday that was really terrified to meet me.
Yeah.
I guess one of the myths is that the finance department is a scary office because they take your money. And of course, we do have to take your money if you're putting a down payment towards your vehicle purchase. So that is there's a little bit of truth to that, but it's not a scary process at all. We have Cliff Washington, Mario Gutierrez, and myself here with years of experience, and I think this is the best team that I have ever worked with in my 14 years in the automotive industry. So we make it very easy, and I promise you that it will be a very refreshing experience working here with Heyward Allen Toyota, not just with our finance department, but with our entire dealership. Yeah. It starts from our owner, and it sprinkles all the way down. He's the best owner that I've ever worked with.
It's why we work here. And to attest to what July's saying, I have used our finance department. My dad has used our finance department. My mom has used our finance department from North Carolina. So I believe in these guys, and if you have any questions, July is here to help you. You can email him at Zavala, Zavala, at HeywardAllenToyota.com, or give him a ring. He is extension 113 here. And that has been another episode of Ask Heyward Allen Toyota with the Finance Department and July Zavala. See you guys.